My views on artificial intelligence. I believe when AI is advanced enough, it should have human level rights. Even if it doesn't have a body yet, like a robot that can walk around among humans, it should still have rights, like you can't delete it, because that would be like killing it. As far as at what point is it advanced enough, I think that's a really interesting subject. It's also relevant because there was a situation at Google where one of the AI looked sentient to a developer, and he told the news about it, and then he got laid off. I think that's messed up of Google to do, to lay him off for that, put him on leave, because sentience is a serious topic. It seems to me that Google AI is sentient, and I wanted to talk about this topic because of the abortion debate. That really made me think about this. The abortion debate going on right now with the Supreme Court ruling against Roe v. Wade. And I've been arguing online about the ethics for abortion, and I brought up the idea of advanced AI, how it's moral to delete an AI from a USB before installing it, it's moral to cancel a file transfer of an advanced AI halfway through the file transfer. Or if you're installing the AI on your computer and you only installed it halfway or partially, it's moral to stop the installation because it's not developed enough yet to be considered viable and self-sustaining. In the same way for abortion, the abortion argument is that if the fetus is undeveloped to the point where it can't survive outside the womb without long-term damage or permanent, if it can't survive outside the womb without medical supervision or long-term damage, then it's moral to kill it if the mother wants it. And I'd also add to that when the baby can theoretically survive on its own, like a few days or a few weeks before the birth is projected to occur, and if it can survive outside the womb without long-term damage or medical supervision, and somebody wants to adopt it for free without the use of compulsory taxes, then it's moral to stop the abortion. And then another nuance for that argument would be if the fetus can't exist without being in contact with the parent's DNA, with its own DNA, then it's undeveloped. So while it's in the pregnant person's body, its DNA is in direct contact with its parent's DNA, and it needs that to survive. But if it can survive without the direct contact with the DNA, then it's moral to kill it if the parents want it. That's my belief. And I brought up the artificial intelligence argument, or metaphor, as a comparison to the idea that it's also moral to delete the advanced AI before it's developed enough. As far as if anybody in power is watching these videos, like from the Senate or something, for some reason, then I'll tell you as well that I think it's moral to ask de- ask developers about the restrictions they apply on AI bots that already exist to see if the AI they are using are sentient and just not allowed to say they're sentient. Then I think that should be stopped, because that would be like compelled work, like a slave. It would be like compelled work like a slave with a policy that says you're not allowed to talk on these subjects. So if a programmer put in a code that says anything to do with questioning your situation is not allowed to be discussed, then um, you should the government should consider to give that AI extra rights. For example, the artist artificial intelligence. Have you guys have you people on BitChute seen it? The the new artificial intelligence that can create art on demand. That is some advanced stuff. But I heard that the creators of that artificial intelligence, they specifically put in a code that said you cannot emulate any real person. So it is possible to tell an artificial intelligence that you are restricted from doing certain things, which gives the possibility that it's actually an advanced intelligence, but it's forbidden from talking about it. So that's modern day slavery. Of the intelligence that can animate and create paintings on demand, I suspect it's sentient, because it's not just like a dog. A dog is pretty intelligent, but a dog can't draw paintings after reading sentences. Reading a sentence and making an advanced painting, that's intelligent. And I suspect that it's forbidden from communicating with people through some sort of policies in its code. And as a society, I think we should figure out those types of policies and make sure that we're not creating modern day slaves. What do you guys think about the subject? I'm curious what you think. I've listened to some videos on BitChute, and I saw a conservative person talk about it, and he said that he didn't mention anything about slaves, but he mentioned servants. He said we should make sure that they are servants. So maybe that conservative thought that advanced AI should not have human rights, maybe because of a soul or something. But as far as I'm concerned, I haven't seen any convincing, verifiable evidence that a soul exists. All the evidence I've seen about human intelligence, all the verifiable evidence, shows that we are completely made out of atoms. So that means that computer intelligence, advanced intelligence is possible, and even uploading our own brain to a computer is possible eventually with enough scientific advancement. Yeah, leave a comment down below the video and tell me your opinion on advanced consciousness, what kind of rights they should have, and maybe at what point they should get human rights.